Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 5B. Myself, Ayush Garg, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 8th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies, ICTCS 2023, Jaipur, India. The 8th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is organized yesterday in Jaipur, India, and the virtual event is being organized through Zoom yesterday and today, that is 8th and 9th December 2023. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive session through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for the question and answer. On the seventh minute, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us with the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair of this session, Dr. Minakshi Memoria. She did her PhD in computer science from SGVU Jaipur, Rajasthan. She completed her research and fault tolerance in grid computing. He has 17 plus year of teaching experience in different academic institutes. Presently, he is a professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Galgotia University, India, and her research and teaching interests include machine learning, grid computing, theory of computation, compiler design, operating system, intelligent system, data structures, etc. I welcome you, ma'am. Ma'am, if you want to introduce yourself for 1 minute, you are open to do so.
Thank you so much for introducing me for the session. I think uh, I just want to say that best wishes for your conference, and I think I am part of this conference since last many years, and I'm chairing the session as well. I am just be the part of this conference, and as well you are doing in the same conference, you are doing very well in the previous series also. So I am just going to wishes you for making this conference successful for this series also, and best wishes for the next conference which you will organize in the next year. So thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
and thank you.
thank thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Moving towards our first presenter, I would like to call Yash Henurao to present his paper on artificial intelligence in trucking business operation, a systematic review. You may please start your presentation. Yash Honrao. Moving towards our next presenter, I would like to call Dhanya S to present her paper on automatic spelling error classification in Malayalam. You may please start your presentation.
Yeah. So, this is one of my research part in my PhD. So that is the automatic spelling error classification in Malayalam. So regarding this topic, actually, we need to emphasize the importance of spelling mistakes, which in Malayalam, that's for the learning and the writing communication of the students. So the proper spelling is fundamental for the linguistic proficiency and also the clarity and the comprehensions in the writing systems. So Malayalam, which is also known, also everyone knows, is a Dravidian language. So it have a unique writing system that is for the crucial for the spelling accuracy things. So each alphabet represent a syllable in the alpha syllabary specific to Malayalam. So that is known as it's a alpha syllabic language. So this Malayalam has a peculiarity, like it's a one-to-one relationship between the graphemes and the phonemes. It's the smallest unit in the words. So despite the inherent clarity of Malayalam's writing system, the spelling errors are common in the children's. So the spelling errors extend beyond the primary education and which persist in the individuals or the students have the learning disability things. So mostly the learning disabilities like dyslexia, dysgraphia, they may facing the challenges like phonological processing and associated it with the graphemes with phonics. So regarding the background, most spelling mistakes in Malayalam which occurred in the vowels, signs, glides, consonants, and the consonant doublings. So the vowel signs and the diacritic singles present significant challenge for Malayalam letters, which leading to errors in the interchange or misinterpretation of the similar looking type of scripts. So the colloquial language uses errors in the pronunciation and spellings. So this can be deviation from conventional to the Malayalam corpus. So handling vowels and the diacritic signs, which it often usually result in the spelling errors, and it also affect the accuracy in the Malayalam writing system. So addressing these type of spelling challenges, it is crucial for improving learners' proficiency in the Malayalam script. So there are different type of errors in the writing system. So in the case of Malayalam, we can consider at the top level like the phonological error, orthographical error, and the morphological error. By considering the phonological error means in the case of the phonemes, the children can to misheard the sound and they can write it as the first one is the misspelled word and the second one is the correct one. So there is a change in the a like type of phonetics. They have the dissimilarity in the words and they are writing it as in the phonological error manner. It's like the orthographical also. There is an incorrect usage of the character, diacritics or script element. It will also cause to the orthographic error. It's like the morphological error means if there are any dissimilarity in the stemming word, it will goes to the morphological error type things. So these are the top level type of spelling errors the children can making in the handwritten notes. So yeah, so the identification and analysis of these type of errors which will make the educators and the linguistic research which aid the development of, they need to tailor some interventions in the spelling error findings. So the research analyzes distinct pattern of spelling errors in Malayalam from a grapheme to phoneme and the phoneme to grapheme perspective according to the linguistic and the contextual aspects. So here I just investigated the limited to the phonological and orthographical error only, which will include the misspelled words and the precise accent usages also. So the cause of the inaccuracies are examined such as phonetic approximation, consonant gemination, ambiguity between the hard word and the soft varieties. So vowel related errors, these are kind of the errors which happen commonly in the children. So these characteristics of spelling mistakes by Malayalam learners stimulate the creation of precise spell checkers, language learning gadget, etc. for automating to find out these type of errors what the children are making, and the teachers or the parents can give early interventions for the children for making to avoid these type of errors in their notebooks. So related works, there are so many works which happen in this area, but all the works they are made in only the manual analysis of the spelling errors in different languages. So there is nothing work which happen automated things for find out in the spelling error categories in Malayalam. But some research works happen in Greek speaking students. They explore the spelling errors, but it also some manual analysis and the things. So and one work also which happened in the Greek orthographic system, but it's addressing challenges with the derivational suffixes only. So there is a specific gap for Malayalam for related to these type of works. So these are the different type of papers we selected for the related works. There are so many papers which is, but the mostly the works are done in the manual analysis and empirical study only. So regarding to the methodology which I selected for this work, like the study addresses an automatic classification of the Malayalam spelling error, which distinguish between the phonological and the orthographical error. So in here, in this work, I just selected only the phonological and orthographical error only. So the design of the proposed system is like, it's a text data set which contain a pair of real word and the spelled word. Spelled word means what the children are writing in the notebook, that is the spelled word. So mostly we collected the misspelled word for that. So there's a pair of correct word and the spelled word. And we have to find manually, we have to extract the features from that. So the features are word length, difference, edit distance, character overlapping, common bigram and trigram, common phonemes. So by extracting the linguistic features from the pair of the words, then we giving to the train test partitioning, then we given to the different ML models, and by fine tuning the models, we get the evaluation and we just select the best models from their accuracy findings. So we predict what type of spelling mistakes the students made in their handwritten. So in the data set, our linguistic specialist acquired and annotated a data set of approximately 280 samples. So the data set focused on the word from third and the fourth grade students. So the goal was to assess the impact of variations in the Malayalam writing system on literacy skill acquisition. So the error type for the real spelled word were manually labeled by the linguistic experts. So that's why only we know what is phonology or what is orthographical error they made. So the spelled word are collected from the students through a dictation test in some schools. We collected from mostly 2-3 schools, and we just go to the students only have third and fourth standard only. And the pair of real word and the spelled word forms were created based on the instance of errors during the dictation test. So this systematic approach allowed for an in-depth exploration of the relationship between writing system variation and literacy learning in Malayalam language. So by considering into the feature extraction, it is one of the relevant step in this work. It's like we are manually extracted the features like extraction of the pertinent features from the acquisition data set is vital in the machine learning before we moving on the classification step. So the extracting features from the raw data entail preserving as much of the original data set information as possible without sacrificing its useful to the classification model. So these are the 6 linguistic features we extracted from the each word pair. So that is word length difference, edit distance, number of common phonemes, character overlapping percentage, common diagram, and common trigram. These are the 6 features we extracted based on the linguistic aspect. So going to the first feature like word length difference, that is here is the equation we know the length of the spelled word minus the length of the real word. From this we can
Sorry
know
for the interruption, Dhanya. But it's like only 1 minute remaining for your presentation.
yeah,
Kindly
yeah, yeah,
conclude your presentation.
yeah. So it's a one feature like that. So going to the next one, it is like edit distance. Then the character overlapping. And the next one is the common diagram and trigram and common phonemes. So the model training we get 28 instance and 74 training and 34 testing. So by doing all the pre-processing and 3 classifier selections, we did SVM, logistic, and random forest. So by considering the hyperparameter tuning, I got the good result from random forest. So here we can find that the random forest, I got the accuracy of 71% because it is only 280 data set only in the data. By using the precision, recall, and F1 score accuracy, I got this. But without fine tuning, I got only 58 for the other machine learning models. So this is a prototype which I want to show in here. So first one is the end of the real word is manga and the spelled word children made is ma-a. So there is a dissimilar, the similarity between nga and a, we can classify it as orthography. Next one is the word rogam and the children made it rogam. So there is a phonetic similarity in that. So that's why we can classify it as a phonological error. So this is an automated classification error with the prototype. So as a conclusion, this is an accuracy with hyperparameter tuning for random forest, but 71 accuracy in that. This is a confusion matrix of the highest accuracy model. So as in the part of the research, this is a base thing which I did, and each one is there is no work which happened in the Malayalam for the automatic spelling error classification. With the help of these, the children, the parents and the teachers can help the children to find out, and they can give early interventions for training these type of errors, and the children will avoid these type of the spelling errors in the future. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Dhanya, why you have just actually, I think there is a lot of work has been done on this topic, but
Yes.
the main thing is, I think you have taken Malayalam. This is one of the good part of your research.
Yeah.
But can you just tell me, you have used random forest algorithm to implement this? And how sometimes random forest is not giving the better accuracy in these kind of issues, but you're saying that in your case random forest is giving the better accuracy. So how much accuracy you are getting by this random forest?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, by after the hyperparameter tuning, I got 71% for the random forest. But the
But it is not very good. Why you are saying
yes,
that it is good?
I know,
Because
ma'am. No, yeah, it's as compared to other models, I got the 71% because this is the manual feature extraction from the real word and the spelled word. So maybe if we find out more linguistic features from that, it will work more. So this because there is no I don't have any research background papers related to these type of things in other language itself. So this
Okay.
is just my
But why you have not used SVM? SVM algorithm. I think
Yeah,
it
ma'am.
would give better.
I did SPM also, but I got 59% only in the SPM because I just go
अच्छा,
through
in,
because in that they show that SPM is good for the this type of things.
okay, in your case, your only random forest is giving the better accuracy.
Yeah, because logistic is because I am taking binary classification. It's here phonology and orthography only.
Binary classification gives a very less number of accuracy in most of the cases.
Yeah. But yeah, I tried 3 models in here: SVM, logistic, and the random. But the thing is, random give only 71 across there. Other rest of the things is only 56, something like that. Maybe if the data
Okay.
set are
In
more,
future, you
then
can try in future you can try some more algorithms also.
yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
can get
because
better accuracy by rest of the algorithm.
yeah, I think I need to add more data set into that because by the this is a sample I collected from the school children's from their spelling mistake detection.
Okay. Okay, Dana. Thank you. Go to the next presentation. Move to the next.
Hello, Ayush, are you sir?
Yes.
I'm the author of the paper Artificial Intelligence in Trucking Business Operations.
Okay. Yes, Shona.
Yes, right.
Your presentation is on first. I will share. I will call you. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Moving towards the next presentation. Now, I would like to call Yash Rao to present his paper on artificial intelligence in trucking business operation, a systematic review. You may please start your presentation.
Yes, thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is artificial intelligence in trucking business operations, a systematic review. I, Yash Hunrao, from Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, Pune, along with my co-author, Dr. Shamla Mantri. We have worked on this paper. So, introduction. So, this paper gives an overview of how artificial intelligence is being used in trucking companies' various operations. It shows how artificial intelligence can help trucking companies to utilize whatever resources they have at hand in a very efficient manner. And it also shows how these companies can benefit the by optimizing their revenues generated by implementing artificial intelligence. Background of the paper: if suppose your trucking company is involved in transporting goods via trucks or boats, you may want to consider using AI to outperform the competition. People can make mistakes, be slow, or have poor planning, which can result in having less revenues as compared to the other competitors in the market. But AI can help solve these issues and stay and have a competitive edge over the market. With AI, you can identify the most efficient method to transport items, such as quickest route, avoiding traffic, and ensuring timely delivery. So AI is for both dispatch as well as in-truck solutions to optimize routes, predict the real time of day-to-day schedule, to schedule a delivery, and match loads with trucks more efficiently than humans. Moving ahead, the related works. So companies like Omnitrax and Trimble Transportation are already using AI for route optimization by analyzing various factors such as traffic conditions, weather, and road closures. The systems predict truck arrival rates and truck waiting times at the warehouses where the goods are loaded into the trucks based on previous data and other miscellaneous factors in order to keep the cycle of trucks coming in and out going very efficiently, so that not the trucks don't have to wait for longer times. The companies can smartly carry out their planning of routes to optimize truck waiting times. Then there is a concept of drone truck combined operations, which is the very relatively new concept. So it faces various optimization issues, including mathematical models, synchronization between drones and trucks, and the other solution methodology. So AI is being used for smart scheduling of goods and route planning of trucks as well as load planning for utilizing the entire capacity of trucks. Neural networks and artificial intelligence methodology is also being used to calculate the volume of global logistics expenditure at the country level. Autonomous electric trucks are expected to transform logistics in next couple of years. It will also significantly reduce the cost of labor and time required for transportation. Automatic electric vehicles will set up to 30 million trucking hours every year in the US alone, which is currently spent in traffic or searching for parking space for the logistic trucks. The applications, the implementation of smart warehouse concept has been made possible by breakthroughs in technology, a revolution in business traditions and practices, the necessity to change operations of warehouses as a result of mounting orders and the problems they imply, and a deficiency of managerial talent housing. The use of AI in warehouse operations increases the probability of success in terms of logistics coordination and management, and thereby resulting into optimizing the revenues generated. Using AI in warehouses will improve efficiency and the use of AI in warehousing to provide an intelligent system for automated logics is suggested by various studies. The future scope. So AI can be used further to integrate partner companies as well and help them schedule their goods and deliveries efficiently, thus ensuring maximum utilization of capacity of trucks. As there is still a problem that not the whole capacities of trucks are utilized every time. So autonomous trucks can be used for delivery of goods through thus reducing the labor required. And AI can be empowered with real-time shipment tracking to enhance all the operations of trucking companies further. And automated warehouse operations and warehouse management can lead to revenue enhancement of the logistic companies. So to sum it up, the integration of AI into supply chain and logistic industries has led to significant advancements with respect to time saving, cost efficiency, and operational optimization for businesses. This technology provides companies with the ability to leverage shipment data to derive valuable insights and optimize their fleets, ultimately, ultimately setting them apart from their competitors. The benefits of AI in the industry include chatbots and intelligent data for operational procurement, supply chain planning, and warehouse management and speedy shipping, as well as real-time information for optimal supplier selection. Thank you. Hello, am I audible?
I request session chair to begin the question on the session for next 1 minute. It was such a nice presentation as there is no question from session chair. Moving forward towards the next presentation.
Thank you so much, Amina.
Now I would like to call Padma to present her paper on City Ranking System, a comprehensive evaluation framework for urban development. You may please start your presentation.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello. Sir, actually, Dana ma'am said, and she is in the committee visit of our college. So I am the co-author of the paper presenting on behalf of her. May I present?
Yes, you can present the paper.
Sure. Is my presentation visible to you all?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Okay. So good afternoon to all the dignitaries and everyone present here. I am Lucky Mishra, presenting the research paper titled as City Ranking System, a comprehensive evaluation framework for urban development, which is a collaborative effort of Dr. Padma Adane, along with the co-authors Shri Hari Gawande, Rishi Oja, and me from Shri Ramdev Bappa College of Engineering and Management. Now, this research is the outcome of a project work carried out based on a problem statement given by industry expert. So, moving on to the intro, the cities are vibrant hubs where people live, earn, work, and pursue their dreams. But with the advancement into nowadays and the rapid growth of urban environments, policymakers, urban planners, and stakeholders require such need of effective tools to assess and compare the performance of various cities across various dimensions and parameters. The city ranking system aims to address this need by developing a comprehensive evaluation framework to rank cities based on multiple parameters. These multiple parameters will be discussed in the later section. So our primary objective is to develop a robust methodology to evaluate cities across a range of dimensions. So let us have a look at some other attempts made by the government. One such concept was the City Rankings 2020, which was under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. This here is the screenshot of the dashboard developed by them. This is a benchmark level dashboard, different categories and features of pillars, which includes quality of life, economic ability, sustainability, and citizen perception. But being such a benchmark level dashboard, we found that it was limited to only cities of India. It also doesn't take into account the rating index, and also there was no option to select range of areas or fields on the given map, which is shown here. So here is our proposed approach, which is to create a user-friendly platform that integrates data from multiple sources. And upon selecting a city, our interface should display the information and ranking of that city. Along with that, our is to give a dashboard to users, which will allow the users to select multiple cities and compare their rankings side by side. We have created an individual dashboard for each of the chosen parameters and a combined dashboard with all the parameters. These ranking of cities will be visualized and shown on the heat map according to their ranking. Next is we need to decide the choice of parameters. We need to decide which parameters which will be considered for ranking those cities. And along with that, we will also provide the end user to decide which parameter she can give a higher priority. Or so as we come across various times a term called parameters. So here are the parameters which we have taken into account while developing the city ranking system. First is the climate index, which affects comfort, outdoor activities, and different preferences. Next is the crime rating index, which ensures that low crime increases the safety and security of residents. Next is population density. Population density affects urban planning, congestion, green space, and etc. Next is the demographic index. This includes various types of attributes like age distribution, ethnic diversity, education level, income level, which are crucial for the diversity and employment opportunities. The last parameter which we considered is the quality of life, which includes the healthcare, education, housing, and the overall happiness index and satisfaction of the residents living in the region. So here is the our implementation. This is how the development cycle goes. First one is the data collection. Next is the data cleaning and processing. And the third phase and the last is the UI and dashboard, which is the user interface. So let's go through them one by one. First is the data collection phase, in which we collected the data set from Kaggle, which was data set of 3,510 cities. This is the screenshot given here of the same data set. This is a preview of the Kaggle Move Up City Ranking data set. We used this data set for our implementation and sorted the data so that we can provide accurate data advice. Phase is the data processing phase. We need to process the data in order to establish rankings and assign rankings to our cities. So in the data processing, that goes such as first step is to remove the duplicate data. This is done by checking for identical values or comparing the data to a master list of unique values. Next is the phase of correction errors, which we need to identify and correct any errors in the data set, checking for typos, inconsistencies, or any other errors. And the last step of the data processing is the normalization of data, which ensures that data is in a consistent format and can be converted to a common format, such as CSV commons, comma separated value file, or a JSON. And the last phase is the UI, user interface phase. In this, after the data processing, we fetch the process data into the Tableau software, through which things are visualized and results are provided. This UI will present the city rankings in a visually appealing and easy to understand manner. With this, user should be able to easily navigate through the rankings and view details for each city. It will include features such as searching for the cities, viewing the city rankings, and they can compare the rankings of different cities. This is implemented using a text input field where users can enter or search the name of. This is how our Tableau workflow goes through. As I mentioned that we have developed our dashboards on the Tableau platform. So we developed by going by following this step. First data is fetched into the Tableau software. Then we apply the filters to the data, and then we assign the color palettes. Color palettes are used to visualize the ranking of cities on the map and show the heat map of those markers. The color palettes are assigned such that the top ranked cities will be highlighted with the dark color and the low ranked cities will be represented with the light color. And at last, we plot the world maps by using the inbuilt Tableau feature, that is selecting the latitude and latitude in rows and longitude in columns. Uh, Also, we have provided the dashboards, which are an integrated part of our application using the Tableau. This allows users to select multiple cities and compare their rankings side by side. Users can select cities either by clicking checkboxes or using a multi-select drop-down menu. Users can also hover over on a city or a marker, details and ranking. This enables users to gain insights into relative strengths and weaknesses of different cities and make informed decisions or comparisons. With these visualizations, this makes the data more engaging and intuitive for users to interpret and explore. These are the screenshots of the dashboard which are developed. As you can see, this is the world map, and we have this is the dashboard with all the parameters which are considered. This is the combined dashboard of such parameters. As you can see, this is an individual dashboard combined with every other parameter like city climate index, city quality of life, country, city demographic, city population density, and city crime rating index. While hovering on a such of the circles, you can see there are here we can see the name of the city, the country which the city belongs to, and its parameter rating. The total cities were 3,510. Next, these are the individual dashboards which we have developed for each of the parameters. This was a combined dashboard, and these are the individual dashboards, like for separate dashboards for quality of life, climate index, demographics, and population density. So here we come to the conclusion part. A city ranking system provides a user-friendly interface for easy interaction and calculated a weighted score for each location, which will allow users to compare their favorite locations while also providing visualizations and charts for better understanding. Also, users can share their finding with others. As a future scope, the use of the ranking information will help policymakers and urban planners to allocate resources, prioritize their policies, attract investment, benchmark their city performance, engage communities, set long-term goals, promote tourism, attract talent, raise public awareness for informed decision making, and city improvement. So these are the references, and so thank you. That's all from my side. Hello.
Yes. I request session chair to begin the question answer session for next 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, the topic, I think whatever topic you have taken, it is good. But you have also said that you have collected your data from Kaggle. Why don't you have used any real data?
Ma'am, because what we when we used to when we research the other ranking methodologies, we don't have the access to which cities they have or which data set they have considered. Like they have abstracted from us. Like we followed the government Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs dashboard, but we can only see the rankings. We don't have access to their data set or what all things they have considered. We took it from Kaggle for our implementation because we need to take such parameters which may not be available in a single data set on a web. We took this data set because all of the parameters which we have considered for our ranking system were available in this data set which we found on Kaggle. So that's why.
Okay, tell me any weak point of your research topic.
Sorry, ma'am. Of what point?
Actually, if you can tell me the key points of your topic or the research area, just tell me what points you have not covered in your topic.
Uh, what is not covered? Is that you said? Actually,
Like,
your
what are the
voice is
weak
breaking,
points?
ma'am.
I'm just saying that what is the future scope of your paper?
Future scope. Future scope is, ma'am, mentioned in this conclusion section. like this. This will help the policymaker. In short, I will explain. For example, if a company or a business wants to set up a plant in a region or set up a factory, so this will help them. The city ranking system can help them. They can view the city with the less population density, because the city with the or the region with the less population density will be preferable to set up a factory or their plant. So these are this is a simple use case which is can be used by the company or businesses.
Okay, it's okay from my side. Now we can move to the next presentation.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Moving towards the next presentation, now I would like to call Jerush John present his paper on Cultivating Digital Field, a cloud-centric blueprint for stakeholder engagement in the Indian agriculture. You may please start your presentation.
Good afternoon. This is Saini Mitra, and I have Aaron Agarwal with me. We are the co-authors of the paper. So we shall be presenting the paper on behalf of our team.
Okay.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, it's visible now.
Thanks.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here today. It's truly an honor to present before such a disguised panel. My name is Aaron Agarwal. Along with me is my co-author, Saini Mitra. So, before we begin, I want to express my gratitude on behalf of my team for your time and attention. So, I'll be presenting the key insights into the pivotal role of cloud computing in transforming India's agricultural landscape. As we know, the government of India heavily relies on manual agricultural operations due to regulatory gaps, high cost, and logistical challenges. Today, I'll share how the integration of cloud based advancements in actively addressing these challenges, paving the way for a more efficient and transparent agricultural sector. While cloud technology has evolved rapidly in government operations globally, India's progress has been slower compared to the tribal countries. Our research suggests that the integration of cloud computing technologies into agricultural process holds the potential to address critical issues such as pricing and resource availability, providing stakeholders with enhanced transparency and regulatory mechanism. Furthermore, e-governance in Indian agriculture, facilitated by cloud computing initiatives like eNAM, Kisan Suvidha, and Agri Market, aims to transform government processes, offering farmers real-time information, market access, and awareness of government scheme. Today, we'll explore these insights in depth, examining how cloud computing can be a game changer for Indian agricultural sector.
I shall be sharing the insights of a literature review that has been performed. So, taking a first variable into consideration, that is, our literature review underscores that cloud computing is a pivotal development in the IT industry, especially for e-governance, crucial for citizen-centric services and enhancing transparency. However, a research gap has been identified here that there's a lack of clear understanding of security considerations and mitigation strategies of e-governance for cloud deployment. Second variable that has been considered is an information and communication technology. Thus, shifting focus to that, our review acknowledges that challenges like budget constraints facing cloud computing for enterprise adoption. However, there is still a research gap here that needs a further exploration for the factors and processes and a deeper analysis of specific challenges such as data security and privacy. Our third variable is an Indian agriculture and cloud computing. So this serves as an open source and cloud-based agricultural monitoring system, which provides insights into crop choices, production management, and market timing. However, there is still a lack here, which specifies in existing cloud adoption models in affordability, skill development, and farmer integration and adoption. Moving on, the research gap here that we have identified is that the implementation of cloud computing in agriculture, specifically the absence of a dedicated portal or application for user queries. Existing systems fall short in addressing agricultural e-market concerns, underscoring the need for a tailored system.
So, moving on to the objective of conducting this research paper, were to delve into the transformative potential of cloud computing in Indian agriculture, fostering efficiency and innovation. Secondly, it was to propose a meticulously structured implementation model, optimizing cloud technology adoption in the agricultural sector. And finally, to evaluating existing government initiatives, we have addressed challenges and suggest strategic enhancements for improved implementation outcomes. Now, what we discussed, we delve into a robust demand framework for cloud-based computing, e-marketplace aiming to enhance accessibility and efficiency in the agricultural sector. Next, we address the importance of a feedback and grievance redressal system, ensuring that the voice of stakeholders are heard and concerns promptly addressed. Our paper outlines a comprehensive implementation model for cloud computing in government operations. This model serves as a roadmap for seamless integration, addressing challenges and maximizing efficiency. We underscore the critical aspects of training, security, and continuous improvement, ensuring that the workforce is adept, data is secure, and operations are continuously optimized. Additionally, we discuss strategies for scaling and expansion, recognizing that the potential benefits of cloud computing can be amplified through careful planning and execution.
We have come up with a model that is a strategic framework for the efficient integration of cloud computing into the government operations for agriculture. The first step is the assessment and planning phase, where we analyze the current state of IT infrastructure with stakeholders and define the future goals. Then we select the cloud provider based on security, compliance, and scalability, and configure the chosen provider, ensuring compatibility, and transfer the data and applications to the cloud. Next, we recognize that not all processes can be automated, and thus we identify the areas for efficiency improvement and reduce manual intervention and map existing workflows selecting tools fitting specific requirements. Then, we identify and modernize legacy systems, migrate applications to cloud-native platforms, considering data migration, application refactoring, and user training. Further, we conduct a pilot study for full deployment to ensure a compatibility and smooth transition into phases across all departments. Next is to train government employees on cloud-based tools, automation workflows, and new applications, and address user resistance strategically for smoother adoption. Next step is to establish robust security measures like encryption and access controls, and adhere to all the government regulations concerning the cloud environment process. Last is to implement monitoring systems to track performance, gather feedback, identify areas for improvement, and finally design a cloud architecture for scalability to meet the increasing demand.
So, our paper suggests basically two potential solutions for the government. First, integrating a grievance redressal system into existing e-marketplace application, or introducing a dedicated feedback and redressal system for the agricultural industry. The emphasis is on creating a structured mechanism for efficient issue resolution, ensuring an agriculture-centric approach. Moving on to the suggestion for the stakeholders, we highlight the importance of awareness and government initiatives. Farmers often face challenges due to lack of knowledge about cloud-based applications. Our research recommends government-led campaigns to bridge this awareness gap, empowering farmers with the necessary knowledge. The introduction of a specific feedback and redressal system ensures a user-centric approach. This allows consumers to voice concerns and contribute to continuous improvement. These measures form a holistic strategy for the adoption of cloud computing in agriculture, addressing both technical aspects and user-centric support. In conclusion, our research paper represents actionable suggestions for the government and stakeholders to enhance the integration of cloud computing in agriculture, ensuring efficiency and user-centric approach.
Coming to the close of this presentation, I would like to wrap up our discussion on the transformative power of cloud computing in Indian agriculture. Cloud computing can revolutionize Indian agriculture by providing real-time data and analytics to farmers and the government. Government of India has commendable initiatives to promote cloud adoption in agriculture. However, challenges remain, especially in the rural connectivity and digital literacy. We propose a structured model for the government's transition, including needs assessments, careful service provider selection, workflow automation, application modernization, and a robust security compliance. However, success depends on the feedback systems and user grievance redress mechanisms. Open communication is also crucial for overcoming adoption challenges. A comprehensive approach is vital to unlock the full potential of cloud computing, and this involves awareness raising, educational initiatives, and collaborative efforts with stakeholders. In conclusion, cloud computing emerges as a key enabler for sustainable development, efficiency, and equitable growth in the agricultural sector. Thank you. These are the references of the papers that have been referred to in the literature review. And thank you. That's from our side. We are open to any questions from the panel. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. I request session chair to begin the question answer session for next 1 minute. It was such a nice presentation as there is no question from the panel. So moving forward with the presentation. Now I would like to call Ashish Kumar present his paper on the convolutional encoder decoder model for road extraction from aerial image. You may please start your presentation.
Yes, is it audible?
Yes, you are audible now.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm there, just sharing the screen actually. So, I think now it's visible.
Yes,
The
it's
screen.
visible now.
Okay, okay. So the title of the paper is Deep Convolutional Encoder Decoder Model for Road Extraction from Satellite Images. We three authors are there. Myself, Ashish Kumar, and with me there are M.I.H. Ansari and the Dr. Amit Garg from Manipal University, Jaipur. Following is the outline for the paper: introduction, objectives, data sets and pre-processing, then models that we have considered, then the performance metrics that we have applied in order to evaluate the performance. There are the results, then some predictive samples and the performance graphs and the conclusion of the feature. This is an actually the road extraction from the satellite images is a growing application domain. A lot of work has already been done and a lot more scope exists in order to take it to the future. The satellite images are kept on updating on daily basis as more and more new roads are being constructed. They aid in the urban planning, and it's the key factor for the economic growth of a nation. So we have considered UNAT-based deep learning model, which is having encoder and decoder to extract the roads from the satellite images. It's a kind of investigation study based on to assess the performance of the applied model for extracting the images. This is the general architecture of the UNAT. We do have the contraction and then expansion part. Following are the objectives in order to identify the objective of our paper, to identify and collect the data set of images captured by the satellite, to perform the pre-processing operations by converting the color images into grayscale and dividing the images into various sections by resizing the images, to evaluate the performance of the various models by varying different built-in encoders to identify the outperforming model, to identify the outperforming model after comparing various existing models. We have considered the Massachusetts road dataset, which is having more than 1,171 images, satellite images. The original size of the image was 1500 by 1500 pixel width and height, but we have cropped to the size of 256 by 256 because of the limited computational power of the systems. We have shown the original image and the ground truth mask, which is clearly highlighting the white colored are the roads, and the blacks are the other parts of the image. Then we'll have converted into the one hot encoded mask applied over to the ground truth mask. We have considered these four models: UNAT, LinkNAT, PSPNAT, and the FPN. These all are having common is that there are the encoder and the decoder, and they are varying in the nature of while we are going from downsample to upsample. The considered performance metrics are the IOU, dice loss, precision, and the recall. IO is mainly concerned with the accuracy, and it's very important in case of the image segmentation problem, where we are identifying a particular object from an image having various other components into that. So this plays an important crucial role. The obtained results are we have tabulated in a table. These are the considered models: UNAT, LinkNet, PSPNet, and then FPN. Then we are varying or considering these 5 encoders with each of the models. Like for UNAT, we have considered the ResNet 50, VGG 16, EfficientNet B4, DenseNet 169, and then exception. These all 5 encoders have been taken together with the different models, and we have calculated the performance in terms of the considered metrics: IOU score, dice loss, precision, recall. What was observed is that in case of the LinkNet, and while considering the VGC16, we have obtained the highest IOU score, 0.9088. This was the highest, but with the availability of this UNAT, we have obtained the more recall and the precision. If you see, these are some of the prediction samples that we have obtained after applying the. One more thing I would like to bring to your notice is that out of those 1171 satellite images, majority portion of the images was considered for the training, and then there we divided that data into the 3 parts: the training part, and the validation part, and the test part. And this is the sample that we have obtained after applying this. First one is the samples after applying UNAT with the encoder EfficientNet B4. Second is with the LinkNet with the encoder VG16. And the third samples are the LinkNet with the DenseNet 169 encoder. We have shown the performance of LinkNet model with the combination of DenseNet 169 encoder model. We have shown the performance IOE score over both the training and the validation data. All the 4 metrics IOE score, precision, recall, and dice loss have been shown. If you see, the recall have become constant after reaching a value, a fixed value for both the data. There is no variation, and dice loss is like declining very fast. So what the obtained results were indicating that UNAT performed best compared to other models, but there is still just a moment. So what we have obtained is that we have investigated 4 models: UNAT, PSPNAT, LinkNet, and FPN, and the performance of these models were investigated varying the different encoders, and we have evaluated their metrics in terms of IOU, dice loss, precision, and recall. There exists a lot of future work that can be done into this work. This is just the starting. We have taken the work to the present state. There is a scope for further work in by varying the pre-processing technique also. There are like we have the brisk technique is there, and then we can have some change in the considered base model UNAT. We could have this is just the implementation of varying the encoder models, but we could have varied the different hyperparameters also. So there is a lot of work. There also further future work might be applying the same models over to the some other regional satellite images. Since this is for a while the terrain of a particular region changes, the model performance will also change. So this the results obtained cannot be generalized. There are a lot of lot of future work scope exists in this work. These are the some of the references that we have considered. We have implemented using the Google Colab. Thank you. I'm done from my side.
I request session chair to begin the question answer session. There is no question from session chair, so it was such a great presentation from your side. Uh, let's move towards the next presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Moving towards the next presentation, now I would like to call Tasleem to present her paper on investigating the quality of explainable artificial intelligence, a survey on various techniques of post HOC. You may please start your presentation.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Tasleem Nizam. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Mhm. Okay, I think my screen is shared to everyone. In case
Yes.
I'm not audible, then please let me know. So my topic is investigating the quality of explainable artificial intelligence, which is a survey on the various post-hoc techniques. So basically, if we talk about the abstract, so what is happening that in the current time, our dependency on the intelligent machine is continually growing, which demands the more interpretable and the transparent model. In fact, in any specific department, what happens that the real standard of the real performance of the artificial intelligence is only when we come to know that that particular AI based system is generating the result, which is the desired one, and if it is increasing the trust in that. So here basically XI plays the role. What happens that the XI basically enables, gives the logic that tells us that what is exactly in happening in the artificial intelligence based system. Okay, for so doing these all things, there for explaining these things, so basically there are the post hoc methods which can be used for explaining the inner working of these complex decision logic, which is basically hidden from the users. So under this article, we are discussing the different XAI methods, especially post-hoc methods, on the different data item set, which is already done by some researchers. We are serving and on that, and based on the service, we are trying to help the practitioner on the researchers to provide a pillar by using which they can in future choose the proper post-hoc techniques for their AI-based systems. So these are the contents which have been included in this PPT. First thing is the introduction. So as I told you that in the different departments in the different societies, the dependence on the AI has been increasing day by day. From flexible email filters to the speech face recognition, everywhere we are using this AI based techniques. So when we talk about this AI based techniques, so what happens in the not all the AI based system basically will be needed to be explained there. Means there are some AI based techniques which are self explainable. Those systems are very small systems, so they are fine that if you are not going to explain them. But where you are going to use the deep learning related things, deep learning neural networks, so at that instant it will be needed for you that you should come to know that why this result is generated here. What will happen that if this point I have changed here, so what outcomes will be will come there. So for knowing all these facts, what happens that the concept of the explainable AI comes here. So in other words, one can say that this explainable AI, which is also called as the XAI, can be needed for because of the following reasons. First thing is the model verification, means it tries to comes to know that what is your model's characteristics of fairness, objectivity, and the privacy. The next one is your about the model debugging, that it also your XI also lets you know that there is some degree of the debugging, which entails the ability to peek behind the curtain at the equipment which generates the any particular output in order to assume the reliability and the robustness. And then last one is about the knowledge learning. Obviously, when you are going to know about all these factors which are internally happening, how it is going to be generated, so definitely it is going to increase your knowledge. So for because of the knowledge learning also, we need the XAI concept here. In this figure, basically we have defined the need of the XAI. If you see, yeah, yeah. If you see here, so what is happening if we talk about the normal AI-based system which are not explainable? So what is happening here that in the today's system there will be a training data. Okay, on that training data, ML process is going to be happen. Then after that, then some learn function will be there, which are going to generate the output. Okay. So now what is happening that as a user you won't be able to understand why it has happened, what happens if this situation fails, how you are going to trust this answer, that this answer only will be generated at every situation. So for answering this type of many questions, basically XAI concept is used. In the XAI, again there will be a training data, some machine learning processes will be there, but after that what is new here, that there will be an explainable model. Okay, explainable model is going to be used here. Then after that, explanation interfaces are going to be used there, which is directly communicate to the user. The output will be generated to the user. Then after that, if there is some any type of changes, any type of situations, which are again provided by the user, so it will be go again through this explanation interface, and then again the answer is going to be answered to the user. So this is the way that the user will understand why, what, and how it all these things had been happened. So basically, this image is showing the working of XAI concept. So this is the thing that, as we told, that some domains like military, healthcare, these are the domains which are very, which needs a very proper result and with the proper explanation, so that they can make their decisions, and they can ensure the enable the trust in the users also. So what happens that there are some models which are generating the proper result, but you can't guarantee that every time it is going to generate the same result. And why it has happened there, this thing is also since not explainable to you, not clear to you, so that particular system is not going to be considered as the trustworthy. So this type of nature where the things are not transparent, this type of nature is basically called your black boxed nature, and this type of nature is basically explained by your XAI tools. So basically, this survey paper is going to provide it is targeting for helping the practitioners, so that they can look for the classification area for any for picking a relevant XAI processes for their use case. It will pillar the newcomers in grasping a better idea, better primary review, and will provide the bottomless drive scratch point, and it will guide the analyst also in finding the correct combination of the facets that have not been extensively researched so far. So many resource literature surveys have been done there. Some of them I have included there. For example, Chromic ETL gave a case in which he urges that in
Sorry for the interruption, Tasleem. Kindly conclude your session as you have only 1 minute left.
Okay. So some literature surveys had been done, which are basically some is talking about the black box nature, some is talking about the programming usage, how it is going to be used. Some have talked about the high level targets of AI. Some has talked about the concept classification. This type of literature surveys has been included there. So after that, there are many more things which are included, like the understanding phase is also there, which basically talks about it, how at what level you are going to understand. Explaining phase is talking about the things to be explained in such a way that it is a human readable and human understandable. White box models are basically those models which are transparent in itself. Black box are those which are not transparent to itself. Model specific techniques are those methods which are basically talking according to the model's structure, and model agnostic techniques talks about the interpretation process, which are basically enforced for the several machine learning models. So these were the global interpretation, talks about the any interpretation which will be suitable for every kind of situation. Local talks about the those things which are locally only interpretable in the some particular situations. So these are the different XAI techniques here. Now, if we talk about the survey empirical analysis that we have done here, so there are one author, Miladem, with another researcher. Given a paper which is post-hoc explanation of black box classifier using confident item data set. Here, he has used the confident item data set for classifying the three types of data sets, and then after the classification, he has applied there the CI technique, which is the post hoc technique. So applying this CI technique, he found it that by applying this, he has done some fidelity test also, and he came to know that when we applying this CI technique here in this table, we have shown the highlighted one is showing that by applying the CI techniques on this black box method, so this CI techniques is providing the more accurate result than the other ones. The another paper is talked about the UN. He has first of all he has also used some different type of data sets, in which first of all he has used the coal technique. On that coal technique, when he applied there, so he found that it is not producing the proper results. So after that, he has used CHP technique on the SCIFR MH data set, in which he has done the classification. So first of all, when the coal technique was applied here, so here basically the image is of the car, but this is concentrating on this wheel. Basically, they have what classified it into the truck, which is not a right thing. So when he has applied the another technique, so in another technique, he found it actually he has applied the piece technique. With the piece technique, he found that when this piece technique is applied on this image, for example, on this 8. So in the second figure, what is happening? Basically, first of all, the prediction is done here, and after that, this piece technique basically consists of two methods. First of all, it will just predict the things, and after that, by using the GAN technique, it will tell that what is the approximately result of this prediction. So since he has the 8, so after that, finally in this image B, he has said that yes, this image is of number 8. The same piece technique is applied on this image also. Here he found that when he is applying this piece technique, so here he can find that piece technique is telling that yes, if the image is smiling, so that is fine. And if we talk here about the another image, so where piece is well, yes, where piece is not applied. So since it is still the image is smiling, which is very less, but since it is a smile, but it is still it is saying that it is not a smiling, which is a wrong prediction. And on the another data set, again, when the same thing has been applied here by using the native guide method, so here it found that by using this native guide method, the classification is done in a more predictable and in a more trustworthy way. So if we talk about the conclusion, so basically in this, as we talked about the peace method, which is a good CI, and the peace method, which is the post hoc explanation techniques, which are good for using things, and they are self-explainable in itself. After that, another techniques, factual, counterfactual, semi-factual have been also used for the time series and the images data set, which also provides the self-explainable. So as the future direction, we can say that these techniques can be used for the another area like the biomedical or for the NLP field also, which can be used for the different explanation, because these fields basically needs the more explanation so that they can increase the trust in their users. And these are the references that we have added here. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Tasleem. It was such a nice presentation. I request session chair to begin the question answer session for next 1 minute.
No, I have no question. Please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
It was such a nice presentation, Tasleem. Let's move
Thank
forward
you.
towards the next presentation.
Okay.
Moving forward, now I would like to call Ram Babu Buri to present his paper on machine learning, future perspective, and research direction. You may please start your presentation.
Hello, sir. I am audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Just a minute, sir. My screen visible, sir?
Yes, your screen is visible now.
Okay. Good afternoon, all my respected sir and ma'am. I would like to thank GR Foundations and GR Scholarship NCP Inspringers and ICTCS Conference 2023 team members for accepting our paper and giving me this opportunity. I am Rambabu Buri, Assistant Professor from Computer Science Department of Arya College of Engineering and IT, Jaipur. Today, we will discuss about the research topic machine learning, future factors and research direction. Done under the guidance of Professor Dr. Vishal Srivastav sir and Professor Dr. Rakhil Pandey sir. So I would like to thank my guide Dr. Vishal Srivastav sir and Dr. Rakhil Pandey sir for the best guidance. So let us begin now. First of all, we will discuss about the content of our research paper, and then we'll discuss these topics one by one in brief. These topics are included in this PPT, like abstract, introduction, literature review, research gap, proposed methodology, result and discussions, comparative analysis, conclusion and future works, and some references. First of all, we discuss about the abstract, how to create computers that automatically improve with use is a topic that is addressed in machine learning. It is one of the fastest growing technical fields today, standing and the lines of artificial intelligence and data science, informatics and statistics science. Machine learning has recently advanced both through the creations of the continued expansions of amount of available internet data. Makes it easier to study algorithm and theory of affordable computing using machine learning techniques that requires a lot of data can be increased use of evidence-based decision making in various fields such as health, manufacturing, education, finance, modeling, law enforcement, and marketing. Second is introduction. The vast field of artificial intelligence, which seeks to replicate human intelligence in machines, has given rise to the machine learning. So the topic of machine learning takes into account of fundamental questions of how to empower machines to learn. Learning is perceived in an inductive derivations where we take gender art models that gives just a halfway information of actual unsupervised learning often involves trying to find the hidden patterns in the data, such as clusters, or detecting anomalies, such as unexpected machines functions or network disruptions. Each sample supervised learning is labeled. The problem is known as a classification problem if the label is discrete. The various applications under significant subjects of AI have been features in the review. This papers attempts to give more far-reaching and sensible point of view of this present reality. Applications by bring all the key applications regions under the one roof of machine learning is a science wide and constantly expanding used to automatically every aspect of life. Next part is a literature review. In this literature review part, need of machine learning, why we need to use of machine learning scientific subject that enables computers to learn without explicit coming. Now is machine learning. Machines can maintain shifting significant piece of data that helps a huge developments, and we are of now preserving how to improvement of being finished in a wide gathering of experiences. Why machine learning matters with essentially in huge information AI has turned into the vital methods for settling issues, results, examples, computational money, picture handling and PC versions, computational science, energy creations, auto aviations and assembly. Computational money is for credit scoring, algorithm exchanging, and feature signing. PC versions is for face acknowledgement, movement discovery, object identifications. Third one is computational science for cancer identification, drug relevance, and DNA sequencing. And fourth is energy recreations for cost and burden determining auto aviations and sampling for presents and keep. Second is in the third one is how machine works. Computer-based intelligence use two sorts methodology. First is directed realize and second is unaided realize. First is directed analyze realizing, which prepares a models on noun information and result information with the goal that it can foresee future results. And second is unaided realizing, which tracks secrets. Examples of characteristics design in inputs. The figure one is shows a machine learning working process. First is in input past data, and this is called a training data in the machine learning algorithm. And through the data, learn from the data and building logical models, and find the new data, and finally output. And in the after the literature review, some research gap are found. Learning is preserved. Learning is preserved in iterative derivations where we take gender models that gives a halfway information of factual peculiarities. These papers attempt to give a more far-reaching and sensible point of view. This presented reality applications by bringing
Mr.
all the key
Rambabu, please
applications.
conclude your presentation as you have only 1 minute remaining.
Okay, sir. And in my proposed methodology, some 7 steps are in machine learning used: gathering information, setting up information, preparing model, working on presentations. And next one is some algorithms are used: analysis of algorithm. In this analysis algorithms of tree calculation, example figure 3, example shows decision tree. Age over 33, if two conditions, there are two conditions create yes and no. If no salary over second condition, check if salary over $2,500. If then again check two conditions, if yes get loan, and if no don't get loan. Next part is choice of algorithms, and the second one is analysis of algorithm. In this second algorithm, random forest algorithms, and third one is artificial neural networks. Artificial neural network purported counterfeit brain network elites mimicking the courses of human data transmissions. And result and discussions: machine learning does not solve any problem. This makes machine smart enough to solve problem. Machine learning and AI foresees your compensation in this in the following 30 years by developing. You are having to rate of which world of developing. AI can be used to UI, which is best of itself, changing the Facebook forms into obtain upgraded results. Machine learning reports is medical precisions disappointments. Specialist past information is given interest, and activity is given few calculations, country futures economy in light of its past presentation of the world. And result and discussion parts is breakthrough advantage, deep learning, biotechnology and medicines. In biotechnology medicines, CRISPR-Cas9 technology, space exploration, in this example Mars exploration, quantum computing, quantum supremacy examples, renewable energy, solar power advances, autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars. Various sectors are used in the machine learning technology. Comparative analysis. In the comparative analysis, theoretical framework keeps developing letters improvement process in a mechanical hypothesis framework. We will likewise be additionally streamlined and inclusion for likewise extend. And then pre-learning skills and additionally gotten the next levels. As of now, many ventures in China have understood the improvement of models, customizations, knowledge of the focal point of the following phases. Next one is combinations of MDT for multiple digital technology, the use of like IoT based devices, Internet of Things. And next is advancement of personalized customization services with continuous increase and economic prosperity. Okay, and next is conclusion and future work. Machine learning is an extraordinary forward leaps of the field of man-made brain power. This article summed up probably the most striking things. AI is still in its earliest stage. It primarily depends on directed learning and does completely conquer powerless and man-made reasoning. Pretended staff needs to improve continuously and hypothetical establishment of practice of AI and the logical field of the improvement of PC innovations, improvements of prospective AI exponentially. What's more, likewise, set up machines calculations reasonable for improvement of home grounds evidence and endeavors of offers specialized help financial improvement of the businesses. Some references are included in the our PPT. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rambabu. It was such a nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Moving towards our next presentation. Now, I would like to call Snodhya to present her paper on real-time groundwater monitoring using IoT sensor for sustainable resource management.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, just a minute, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Shall I start?
Yes, you can start.
Yes. Warm good afternoon, one and all. So myself, Soundarya, I'm going to present the topic real-time groundwater monitoring using IoT sensors for sustainable resource management. So here is my agenda. It includes introduction, related work, materials and methods, result and discussions, conclusion, references. So next one, introduction. So basically, groundwater supply and sustainability, it gives an important role in our real life for in various sectors like agriculture, drinking water, and industry. So manual groundwater level monitoring, it is a very difficult one. It takes a labor intensive, time consuming, and other when we do some analysis, it gives inaccuracies of the results. So to overcome this challenge, I'm going to propose groundwater level monitoring with the help of Internet of Things. This is my proposed thing algorithm. So I'm going to implement IoT powered groundwater level monitoring, revolutionized water resource management. So when I use IoT concept in groundwater level monitoring, it gives accurate, reliable, and timely data, and it gives over extraction and mitigate the over extraction and optimize groundwater usage also and support sustainable water resource management. So here, many resources in the past related to groundwater monitoring using IoT sensors for sustainable resource management. So here I have listed a few resources that have been done. This will be very helpful for proposed my algorithm. These are my literature reviews.
Arya,
So in
your
my
screen
discussion,
is not moving actually.
sir?
You are still on the first slide.
One second, sir. I'll share the screen again.
Yes, now it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So here I'm going to use few sensors related to groundwater resource management. So in my research, IoT-based groundwater monitoring system, here I'm going to mention few sensors which gives accurate and timely data for optimal water resource management. So first in the figure, groundwater sensor, which is used to measure numerous groundwater properties like quality of the groundwater and amount of quality and quantity, then movement of the water level and other controlling and guaranteeing for sustainable water supplies. This is the first sensor. So next one, audible, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Your screen is visible now. Actually, we are having limited time, so kindly conclude your presentation as you have only 1 minute left.
Okay, sir. So next one, pressure transducer. Change the convert the sensing. This sensor used to convert the physically some signals to used to detect the pressure and circuit into electrical signal. So this is used to find out the pressure level of the groundwater. So next one, ultrasonic sensor, which is used to measure the distance, presence and other characteristics of the object. So next one is submersible pressure sensor, which is used to measuring groundwater level like wells and boreholes, etc. So next one, analog to digital converter ADC, which is used to convert analog voltage signal take the analog voltage signal from the sensor and convert into pressure and digital format. So convert the signals into digital format. That is the purpose of ADC. And capacitive sensors are used to give the accurate and reliable determination of depth of the water table. So next one is conductivity sensors. So conductivity sensors mostly used for predicting the salinity and providing valuable insights into changes in groundwater level and gives the water quality also. So the uses of groundwater, which is used to when we use some different kinds of sensors, we'll collect the data from the sensors. Once the collected data will be stored with the help of cloud computing. So cloud, which is used to collect the data and gives the more security. And we have to maintain those data for long time. So we don't want to lose the data in any situation. So cloud platform basically gives the centralized and scalable infrastructure storing the we have to use store and process the data and finally it will give the result. So data storage and analysis, once the IoT sensors giving the appropriate data, that data will be stored in cloud platform and finally stored data will be analyzed and pre-processed, giving a pre-analyzed, it gives the modeling and interpret and we have to identify the different patterns, trends and anonymous. So identify finally it gives the better result. So this is my result which I'm going to include here. When I use IoT device, better performance and implementation. In my conclusion, when I groundwater level with the help of IoT and cloud platform, it gives a better and accurate result in manual approaches. So these are my references that I have included. Thank you. That's all about myself.
Thank you so much, Sandharya. It was such a nice presentation from your side.
Thank you, sir.
Let's move towards the next presentation. Now, I would like to call Dayampa to present his paper on understanding the dynamics and interconnectedness of cryptocurrency and stock market a survey. You may please start your presentation. I would, Dayampa, are you there for the presentation? Moving towards the last presentation, I would like to call Devesh Shetty to present his paper on video-based COVID-19 monitoring system.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thanks, Ayush. I'll share my screen. So I hope the screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yeah. So yeah, good afternoon, one and all. So I'm Devesh Shetty, along with Faik, Ashfaq, and Abhishek sir and Dipali ma'am. We are presenting our paper on video-based COVID-19 monitoring system. So it's an innovative approach using deep learning and computer vision. So talking about the project, so we all know that COVID-19 was a pandemic that affected the entire world. So wearing masks were mandate, and you can't escape that. So to mandate the thing, to monitor the thing, we came up with this approach to check whether people are wearing mask, to highlight the area, if the people like the mask area, and what type of mask are they wearing. So there are certain type of mask like N95 which are much more efficient against COVID-19. So in such cases, and like the least efficient one are say cloth mask. So we are detecting that, and we are using deep learning and computer vision. So, talking about the literature review, we have reviewed around 8 papers. So, the first paper focused on the facial detection. So, the key differences we found was STC and STR modules for improving face detection accuracy. So STC is step two training, and STR is step step regression. So these are ways by which facial detection can be made much more accurate. The second is transfer learning. So we got to know about various models used here, like small VGGNet and Inception V3. The third is Maskar CNN, which is also a very crucial part in our project. So we are detecting instant segmentations, segmenting the part of the image and detecting the object clearly by highlighting the area. The fourth paper explain us about masked face detection. Basically, the entire face and the facial parts like your nose, your eyes, everything. So the fifth paper introduces us to the transfer learning techniques and object detection. Like in the second paper, it also gave us a deep analysis of the Inception V3 model in particular. The sixth paper gave us a deep analysis about the small VGGNet in deep. The seventh paper, it talks about mass segmentation. It is also an application of mask CNN, which which helped us to go in depth and train our own models on basis of the mask CNN. The last paper, it gave us gave us deep understanding of mobile net, which is also a transfer learning model. So these are the literature review which we got deep insights and which helped us throughout the project. So talking about our proposed system, so our proposed system, like already said, it's about detecting mask, what type of mask are they wearing, uh, and to highlight the area of the to highlight the area where they are wearing mask. So we can divide the proposed system into 3 parts. First is dataset preparation. Second is detection using transfer learning, and third is image segmentation using mask or CNN. So talking about talking about data set preparation, I would say this was the most challenging part in our project because at that time there were not much images available of people wearing masks. So we had to collect the data set from various sources. We had to apply we had to apply web scraping as well using beautiful soap in Python, and like we also developed images artificially by placing masks artificially on faces. So the steps involved in like I said, the steps involved in data preparation are data collection. We collected images from different sources. Second step was cleaning the data, because while connecting the data from different sources there are some anomalies, like some low pixel images, so we had to remove it. The third step, and this was the most time consuming step, was annotating the data. So annotating basically means highlighting the uh, highlighting the area and detecting like if the age category, the type of mask they are wearing, the objects like hat or specs they are wearing, etc. So these were detected in the annotation part. The fourth was mask categorization. So we divided them into categories. like N95, scarf, cloth mask, surgical. So all these categories were presented. Even yeah, all these categories was present. Fifth was region extraction. So we devised a technique. So for example, in an image there can be multiple faces with people wearing masks. So we devised a technique to extract the specific area of people wearing masks, uh, and to take it as a single image of equal sizes and equal pixels. So fourth is summarizing. So we, like I said, we categorized the image. So this part is also what we did in summarizing. So this is an basically overview of the steps which I explained. Data acquisition is basically we gathered data from various sources. Data labeling is we ensured a labeling of images. So this image gives an example of the JSON which we generated by annotating the images. So as you can see, age group, mask type, facial region, if like how's the image quality, the gender of the person, the pose, like if the person is seeing in the front, if he is seeing in the left side or the right side. Like we also highlighted some of the quality issues in the image, as well as we as said artifacts were highlighted, like specs, helmet, hoodie, etc. We also tried to augment the images which were in low quality, so that it can be used for training purposes. So this is an example of the image we created artificially. So in the first image, as you can see, the guy is not wearing mask. But after placing the mask, after running the script, the mask was placed artificially. This is an N95 mask. So we had devised a technique using Python, and using the facial landmarks, which we got through DLIP, which gives us 68 facial landmarks. Going
Sorry for the
moving
interruption,
towards,
Devesh, but
yeah,
kindly conclude your presentation as you have only 1 minute remaining.
yeah. So the second part of the proposed system is transfer learning. So as we all know, transfer learning is an important part in deep learning, and it is basically reusing the same model which has been trained on a specific task. So this image gives us an good overview. So this image is trained on a particular data set one, which is a particular data set, and the same model is being used in the second data set, as you can see. So this is the technique we used. The reason behind it is efficient. It saves a lot of time, and it is domain adaptable. The common models are VGGNet, as said, Inception V3, and MobileNet. So we used MobileNet in particular. The reason being is it is having a lightweight architecture. The model size is smaller. The computational complexity is also lower. That makes it bit efficient and easy to run on our local systems. As well as the main reason we used it was the parameter efficiency, because we had like few parameters with us, so it gives us an higher edge over the other modules. The accuracy is moderate as compared to other modules, but because of its lightweight architecture. But as we move ahead, it can be the accuracy can be increased, and it is basically better suited for mobile computations, like an IoT device. So this project is basically devised for Raspberry Pi type of devices, so that it can be uh, deployed on cloud and analyzed. Uh, so yeah, the proposed system part two. So this is an performance matrix of what we generated using this. So you can see the true labels and the predicted labels. So the true labels have their categories: cloth, face shield, N95, scarf, surgical, and other type of masks. So, and this is the annotated data set, like we highlighted the area in particular, as you can see. Uh, Yeah, talking about the model prediction confusion matrix, as you can see, the cloth mask, like true labels, the 25 masks were detected correctly. but there were 24 facial masks which were detected incorrectly for cloth type facial. The similar happened in face shield. 35 were detected correctly, but 30 were detected incorrectly. The highest accuracy which we got was in N95. So our confusion matrix says that our model prediction accuracy was 85.2%. However, there were some misclassifications as well. As I said, N95 was represented very correctly and accurately, which had an accuracy of 95.7%. On the other hand, Scarf in particular had an accuracy of 75.4. So this is because scarf mostly represents cloth type of face mask, and yeah, so a better data set is needed for that, I would say. The third proposed system, the third part is implementing mask RCNN. So mask RCNN was the second challenging part. So mask RCNN is basically trained on COCO dataset. It is a pre-trained dataset which is also trained using transfer learning. So we had to segment images, like around 3,169 images for this in particular. We had devised a model, and similarly, we divided the mask types in 70 and 30 training and testing data sets. So these are the results which we got. So as you can see, the area is highlighted. This is the face shield mask, and this is the N95 mask which we have detected in the images. So this is the results, output results. I would also like to highlight that for transfer learning, we used around 25,000 images by extracting each and every region from the images. So I would say the data set is quite a novel contribution to this field, and as well as the usage of the modules. So in conclusion, I would like to say we have devised a powerful solution to easily and accurately diagnose like if people are wearing masks, and yeah, it will help in future as well to in hospitals and to detect various other diseases. So in future, we are currently working on our system to integrate temperature detection. So in temperature detection, we might need other IoT devices like temperature sensors. And we are also trying to introduce social distancing by using bird's eye view, which is proposed by Landing AI. So these are our references. As you can see, these references are divided according to the type, according to the things we used, Maskar, CNN, mobile net version, which we are using for our training, the transfer learning, and small VGGNet, the comparison thing. So yeah, thank you. I'm open to questions. Yeah.
I'm sticking here to begin the question answer session for next 1 minute.
Mm, yes, Devesh, nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
I have one question. Uh, have you any cost or avenue for the future research or enhancement to the developed system? Does the study suggest based on
Yeah,
its your finding?
like enhancement in terms of future work. You asking that?
Yes. Any cost or
So
any avenue?
this project was basically proposed to us by CDAC, under whom we interned for an year. So this was deployed by them in their offices to detect whether people are wearing mask and what type of mask they are wearing. Uh, so yeah, so this temperature integration and real-time monitoring of social distancing, maintaining social distancing will be an advancement over what we have done just now. And I will say usage of new modules. Like there are other better models than mobile net, which can be deployed for better accuracy, and this can highly scale our accuracy from say 85.2% to say 95%. So this will definitely help. Yeah.
Okay. And what are the broader implication of your study?
Broader implication as in, ma'am?
मतलब what broader application does this study have for the technological advancement, मतलब practical field in practical field?
Uh, yeah, so like as we know that COVID is not like on its peak right now, but we can use this project in health places, like in hospitals, because there are many TB patients and there are very many diseases that can spread. So this project can be used. And as I said that this project was deployed in CDAC. CDAC offices to detect whether people are wearing masks. So this project is being used practically by them as well right now. So yeah, if we, in future it can be scaled at a higher level. And apart from the health perspective, we can use this modules
Okay.
for other purposes as well. So I would like to give an
Yes,
example.
yes.
Like I said, uh, yeah. So like I said, this JSON. So this JSON not only consists of mask types, but as well as it consists of age groups, gender, like artifacts they are wearing. So this can be used in future work as well, like to detect the age of the people in public or the gender, or to even detect what type of artifacts they are wearing to detect the current trends of the uh, current styles. So yeah, these are the things which we can do with this project, like
Okay,
parts
okay.
of it.
Such a nice presentation and nice research you have done. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Devesh.
Yeah. Uh, Post- mm, yeah. Thanks, Ayush.
Moving towards a closing remark. Now, I would like to thank our author for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during the 8th version and the previous 7 version of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 9th version in 2024. All the presenter would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all paper have already forwarded to Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTCS 2023. I also thank our session chair, Dr. Meenakshi Memoria, for chairing the session, a token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of the team, ICTCS 2023 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your valuable presence. Now, I request each and everyone to kindly switch on your camera for a quick snapshot. Thank you so much for your valuable presence. Stay safe, take care.